Hey, so you decided to work independently today and to review and practice your skills when multiplying and dividing positive and negative numbers. I quickly wanted to go over the rules and look at those rules in the situations we've been looking at in Desmos, not only by using the turtles, Tim and Tam, or other names you like, or using the submarines with this idea of anchors and floats. So let's go ahead and take a at the rules right here on this screen. So a negative times or multiplied by a negative is going to be a positive value. A negative multiplied by a positive is going to equal a negative. And a positive multiplied by a negative is a negative. So you may notice that no matter where the negative number comes, whether it comes first like this one or it comes last like this one, your answer is always going to be negative. So when multiplying two numbers, if one of your values is negative, your answer will be negative. If both of your values are negative, that means your answer will be positive. Now let's go ahead and take a look at this example of a positive multiplied by a negative is a negative, and let's try to really understand why. So not only that is the rule, but that there is a reasoning behind it. So if we think about the turtle situation, right, here's Tim and Tam, the turtle would be walking to the right. So this first value of the whatever positive number you're working with shows that you are moving towards the right. Because you are multiplying that by a negative number, you can understand that as the turtle being rewound, right? Or if you're watching a video, you're rewinding the time, going in the other direction. So that means that the turtle will end up being to the left. And that left word represents that negative final answer. Or if we want to take a look at it using the submarines, this means that we could add groups of anchors to a submarine and the submarine would go down. So again, taking a look at this example with numbers, we can see that 2 times -4 is -8. So again, you're adding groups, which represents this +2, and then this -4 represents those anchors that weigh the submarine down. Another way that you could write this, and you may see this, is with parentheses around the values. This does not change the meaning of the problem, it's just a way to organize your work. You could even get rid of the multiplication sign as a dot, so you may also see the problem like this, without the actual operation or sign. There are other ways to also show multiplication. Right? You may only see one parenthesis, or you may see an asterisk, which may look like a star. When we multiply a negative by a positive, you'll also get a negative. So in this situation, let's think about Tim, or maybe Tam, and this turtle would be walking to the left. So again, this time he's starting off to the left. Time passes by normally, so he continues to walk to the left. So the turtle will end up to the left, or towards negative numbers if we think of a number line. So if we think about the submarine, this is the idea of taking away groups of floats, which means the submarine will go down. So again, that first value of -2 represents the idea of taking away or removing groups of floats, so groups of positives, which again will equal -18, or -8, I'm sorry. A negative multiplied by a negative will always be a positive. Now, many students may know this, but sometimes people aren't sure how to explain why. And that why behind it is very important. So again, if you try to ask probably any adult that you know, they would tell you, well, that's just what my teacher told me. But you are going to be able to explain why. So let's first think about it with the submarine. So if we think about taking away groups of anchors, that would make the submarine move up, or in a positive direction. So for example, if we take -2 times -4, this could mean or translate into take away 2 groups of 4 anchors. this would move the submarine up 4 units. So again, that's why -2 times -4 would equal 8. You're taking away those anchors, making that float. If we look at it with Tim and Tam, we can think about the turtle, or anything if you don't like turtles, is moving in a negative direction. But then we need to imagine the turtle going back in time or rewinding that video. And that rewinding situation is going to bring us to the right. So for example, -2 times -4 could mean a turtle is walking at a speed of 2 feet per second to the left. Where was he 4 seconds ago? So really this is important with this idea of language and what these subtraction signs mean, right? So you see this idea of back in time, being rewound, being taken away, being 4 seconds ago. So how would he be then at 8 units to the right in a positive direction? So again, a negative multiplied by a negative will always be a positive. The rules for multiplying and dividing of two numbers are the same. So when your signs are the same, your answer will be positive. If your signs are different, then your answer will be negative. So multiplying and dividing have the same exact rules. You're going to go ahead and click on the Google form. You'll work on some problems there, and then at the end you'll have an opportunity to play a game on Blooket just to review your skills for about 5 minutes.